Hey everybody. One of the questions that I get a lot is how do you do it? And not to toot my own horn, but I do have 4 small children that I never miss a single activity with. I spend a lot of time with my wife. I cook at home. I work out almost every day. And I'm still operating a 7-figure business in 3 or 4 hours a day, usually a lot less than that because I have a great team. But I have to say that the number one tool in my arsenal, the number one thing that makes any of that possible is asynchronous communication. I couldn't point to anything more strongly than that. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, asynchronous communication is pretty much what's happening right now if you're not watching this live. So synchronous communication would be like we're sitting in the room together, I talk, you talk, go back and forth. Phone calls are synchronous. Zoom video calls are synchronous. Skype calls. Asynchronous is things like email, text message, Slack messages, Voxer, WhatsApp. All of these tools are asynchronous. Now, a lot of people don't treat those tools like they're asynchronous. A lot of people send a text message and then they'll go like this and wait. And what that's doing is it's taking your attention away from what you really should be focusing on, whereas what it should be like is, I have a thought, I want to get it out. That person will get to it when it's best for them. If you allow for asynchronous communication, you are allowing people to communicate when they are at their best. Then why wouldn't we want that? It's too easy, or it's too common in most businesses, to assume that certain things, important things, have to be done synchronously. So whether that is a big sales meeting or a daily huddle or a big sales call, even with a potential client, I challenge you to push yourself to do more and more in an asynchronous fashion. So for example, in our company, we do a daily stand-up every single day of the week. We do a daily stand-up, but it is asynchronous. We use Voxer, which is a voice app that I love. It makes a lot of this very possible. And there's a message that pops up at 7 in the morning. It says, hey team, it's time to check in. What are you going to do today? And what's your biggest obstacle? Now I have a team of 5, and sometimes it takes 20 minutes for all 5 of us to check in. Sometimes it can take 4 or 5 hours, but every single day, all of us have checked in. We've done it at a time that works for us. We're not all trying to cram each other into a meeting at 9 in the morning that will inevitably not work for 1 or more people and could really throw off their productivity. So that's why we do the daily huddle. Or the daily stand-up. I have done sales calls over Voxer where we'll have sales pages on a webinar and it can say like, hey, if you want to book a call, here's the link. But if you want to talk to Ari right now, you can send a message using this great tool called Voxer. And then I would get a random Voxer message from somebody and I'd go back and forth. I have had sales conversations that have taken 3 or 4 days with an entirety of 7 minutes of exchanged audio. But I said what I wanted to say when it was good for me, and vice versa. I don't have to carve out time. So 30 seconds becomes a lot amount of time for you to do something with. I can send a Voxer message while I'm walking to the car. I can send a Voxer message while I'm walking to the bathroom. Or while I'm washing the dishes. I can just hit the button and start talking, wipe off a plate, and go back and hit the button again. Now, it may seem like I'm aggrandizing what this relatively simple idea is, but I can't stress enough how powerful asynchronous communication can be for you. And one thing that if you really want to challenge yourself to think like, oh, there's these certain things that just couldn't be asynchronous, think about things like BetterHealth or Talkspace, which are apps that allow you to talk to a therapist, a mental health professional, in a structured environment manner. BetterHealth actually has chosen to sponsor the Less Doing podcast, and I highly recommend people check it out. You can go to less.do/betterhealth and find out more about it. You actually get a discount if you use our code. I'll put that in the comments there. But that's just an amazing example of something that you would historically think could never be done asynchronously, and now you can do it whenever you want. And this is even better in this case because something like BetterHealth is like a journal that somebody can read for you and comment on with you. So you can send messages whenever you want, and again, that's the point. So go through your day and think about all the meetings that you have and all the time that's being taken up with communications, and start thinking about how you might be able to do some of that in an asynchronous fashion. Make it an effective day. Have a great weekend.